Okay, this is M Fisher 1020 here. A quick little update. When I did the conversion for the alternator, I never video recorded it like I should have, but she's got the alternator on there. She does start up. She had a problem starting, but that's because this, Chinese stuff right here, this new part. This doesn't close all the way. Well, it closes, but the fuel still goes through and floods the carburetor. And we had to cover this up with some JB Weld because that's all we had. We sanded it down, put some JB Weld on there. And now there's no more hole in the gas tank, so she should get enough fuel. So the way we start it is once we get that tank back on, the way we start it is keep that thing closed since it's letting enough fuel over anyway. We choke it, start it, and then open the fuel, because that way it can actually burn it. But we got two more over here, two more tractors. We got this one, engine's locked. We put some mystery oil down there. Took that tire, put it on that one. We sanded it down, primered her. Looking good. We had to change this tire and tube. Here's the old tire. The reason we changed the tire is because, well, if you push there, it's a giant slice all the way. And eventually, if we did tube it, technically, all this dry rot would have, all the way around it, it would have came off. We drove her down. I was following my dad with the good tractor. He lost power in this one because wasn't getting enough fuel and it was getting flooded too. So, yeah. She was getting so much fuel. She flooded, started to shut off. He was rolling back. So we were on the hill. We were on the front lawn. He was rolling back and I was going down the hill and the grass was a drop wet. Went to hit the brakes. This thing slid all the way down the hill. And then he was rolling back. Since he was rolling back, flew back into me. And then this radiator smacked into the back of the fan. Right there. You can see that copperish color right there. Yeah, she's a little ripped, but we should be able to repair it. This is old stuff up front. That stuff's okay. That never leaked. But we took the locked up one's radiator and put it on this. Filled her back up with fluid and she should be okay. This isn't a factory fan in there because the factory one was all bent up. But then when we got these two tractors, this one had a fan, so if we had waited a little bit on the fan, but obviously you need a fan, and we didn't know we were gonna get these. But this one we could have just did a little bending, but this one, we can always take this one and put it on it if we have to when we buy a new radiator for that one. Or that one, who knows. We might just put the radiator on that one, because that one I think is good enough for that. That one doesn't have holes on the bottom to put the bolts up in. So the hoses hold her in and we pull her forward. See? No holes. There's a little hole, but not enough to where your bolt slides in. It's supposed to be like a little locking mechanism for the bolt. Yeah, I'm gonna back that tractor onto this right about on the edge to hopefully pop this bead off. So we need to put a tube in it. This tire was good off of that. We went to put her on that. Luckily, the last people put this on backwards, but when my dad went to toss her on, she was full of water because obviously that's what goes in these things. But we snapped the stem because she was so heavy. He went to slap her up against it to look at it from a distance. Then when he looked down, he realized we nicked right there on the stem and snapped it right off. So that sucks. We have to put a tube in it now. So I told you guys I was gonna start this thing so you guys can see how she runs. She's a 12-volt conversion kit. There, lift alternators on the other side. That's always good to know. This one's a side distributor mount, as you saw when I went to look for the alternator. And yeah, all the other ones are front distributor mounts. This is an 8N. Last people that owned it put Old Nelly on it, so that's what she's called. Out of respect to the last neighbors, they took care of her, put some brand new tires on her, or new to me. New enough, that's what matters. But they still got the old rubber for when the rubber's slapped together. So, yep, let's make sure she's always in neutral. I always like to make sure of that. You don't want it to roll you over. And yeah, you shouldn't really stand on the side when you do this, but make sure her fuel's on all the way. Okay. I don't know how to do this with two hands, so I'm just gonna have to, hope the choke stays out. Oh, good, it did. So we're gonna slowly put the choke in. This one over here had a hole in the exhaust pipe. So before we fixed the gas tank, we bought a new exhaust. Then that's when we realized, yeah, the exhaust, she's got some transmission fluid ready for her. That's what I'm probably gonna also do today. There'll probably be a part 2 to this video. That's what we'll do, we'll put fluid in. But we'll do that in a part 2. And it'll be a totally different name to the video, so yeah. We're gonna pull her forward, show you that she drives good. And then that'll be the end of this video. Then we'll do the transmission on the other one. Transmission fluid. She's got a gasket leak right here. White cross on. She's good enough. Give her the beans a little bit. Slowly let off the clutch after you got her in first. Luckily this one has brakes, so drive over here. Really, these Ford tractors are beautiful. If you keep them on the 6-volt, I think they sound even better because they're a little bit slower running on the 6-volt. And you get to hear the buttons a little bit slower. That vibrating, I don't know if you guys can hear it on the video, but that's the vibrating of that little cap on the front. It's nothing serious, but just in case you guys can hear it, I'd rather you guys know what it is. But yeah. Bring around the yard real quick. That's gonna be the end of this video. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like mine. If you'd like to see more tractor videos in the future, I'm gonna be posting more often about how to use conversion kits and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna get that done. I it does not work the first time, I'm gonna wait for my dad to see his idea of what we're doing. Let me take this out here. We're gonna see his idea of what we're doing to get this thing done. And then once we get off the beat, well, maybe you can record it for an idea of how to do it. And put the new tube in it, slap the soap in it, so that way you can slide in, take that old stem out, slap the new one in. And yeah, it should be good. Alright, goodbye.